Hello, children of Grange. Hello, Grange community. It is the Grange Headteacher CCCU Assembly, and we know what we are about at Grange. We have our CC way. We really do care. We want to be our best. We always learn, even if it doesn't feel nice when we make a mistake, but we learn from our mistake and we grow from our mistake because that's what we're going for. We always want to be improving and making progress in life. We use everything we learn to help us to make good choices, and we never give up because we know that it's important to look after our physical selves, to eat and drink in a healthy way, to sleep enough, and to exercise enough. But we know that our real strength comes from deep inside ourselves when we aim to be our very best. And that's at Grange, we call character strength the true strength. And our style at Grange is confidence for ourselves. And we really do give ourselves love and care about ourselves and really work to give ourselves the best so that we can live our best lives with consideration, with the strength of kindness for everybody around us. So we are kind to ourselves, we are kind to everybody around us, and that is confidence and consideration. So these are pupils of power, give us hope at Grange, who are living the CC way. So that picture, which is an amazing picture, looks like a snake. That's actually not a snake, that's a slow worm. You can read more about it in the newsletter. And that Jacob and his family really helped because slow worms need to be protected, and most people get scared, and then when they get scared, instead of protecting, they harm. But Jacob and his family are great conservationists, and they found a slow worm and really worked together with Mr. Hutchinson to make sure the slow worm was safe. So thank you for that really consideration and caring about our planet and being confident enough to not get scared of the slow worm, but to really look after it. Mustafa O and Adib, I'm putting you there as pupils of power because I remember there was a time when you thought that there was a long way to go in terms of friendship, but you are really good friends now, and you have both started the year brilliantly, and I think that is because of the power of friendship. So you made sure to become friends, use your character strengths to become friends, and to be confident for yourselves, but also to be considerate for each other. So you've really given us hope. John in Tubman, and I think Andre in Mandela, I think you are, but you are both new. But what brilliant starts you have made. So you really give us hope. So well done to you for great, great starts at Grange. And also you can see the Timetable Rockstar champions for the week. We have got Daria from Seacole and Martina from Tubman. So proud of you. Keep going, everybody. So that is Timetable Rockstar Champion. Well done, Daria. Well done, Martina. Thank you, everybody, for being our pupils of power and giving us hope. There we go. Our character strength focus, going to talk a bit more about this. Right. We know that we do CC walking. We give ourselves confidence, but we walk with consideration as well. Confidence and consideration. We do star sitting. That's confidence for ourselves, respect other people as well. So we don't distract, we don't let ourselves get distracted. We know that there's no substitute for each of us, and we are our best selves. But now we're going to listen to the superpower that we'll talk a bit more about, which is called the inner coach. So you can see ears over here because I am asking who are we going to listen to. So inside our heads, if you can imagine that, you've got to use your imagination here. There are voices. And this is really the kind of things that we talk to inside our head, talk to ourselves inside our head. Now, on the one hand, you can see a picture, you can see the trainers of an athlete running very fast over here, and you can see this person with their hand on their hips, standing and really carefully watching this athlete. Now, what you can't see is this athlete is actually Usain Bolt, who's the fastest, the world record holder in the 100 meters. So pretty much the fastest human being that we know of. And he is running. Now, this man standing with his hands on the hips, watching so carefully with the whistle around his neck, he is the coach. Now, obviously, he can't run faster than Usain Bolt. But because he looks, and because he thinks, and because he's a coach, who's like a teacher, like a mentor, like a supporter, like an educator, he can help Usain Bolt run even faster. He can help Usain Bolt improve his personal best. And he does that by saying to Usain Bolt, you did this really well. What about doing more of this? Or I think maybe we can change this so you can do even better. Or, yes, stay focused over there. But he talks to him and he helps him and he encourages him and he inspires him and he keeps him going and keeps him focused. And that is what a coach is all about. And actually, sometimes your friends can be like coaches, your teacher, your educator, your parents, your carers, but you yourself can be your inner coach. And on the other hand, you can see this guy's eyes, really horrible looking. You can see he's got a megaphone. He's making even, you can see his mouth. He's really shouting loudly. And this poor guy is telling this guy, you're rubbish. You're not doing it right. Everything is wrong. Now, the question is, we know ourselves. Who do we want? Who do we know will actually help us to do better? And we know that when you get shouted at, when you get told off, when you get somebody telling you everything that's wrong, that doesn't help you to make as much progress. When you get somebody who really looks and thinks, how can I help you to do better? And gives you feedback that really helps you to get better. Now, inside our head, sometimes there's something, it's really, 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 really going, let's say it's hard, it's just hard. And how are you going to actually keep going? Because it's so hard. Now, you've got that critic voice in your head that says, oh, it's so hard. You're not really good at this. You're pretty rubbish at this. Just give up. That's the critic. You're rubbish. And then you've got your coach that says, it is hard. But look at how much you've already achieved. Look at the fact and how well you started. Also, maybe if you keep going, maybe don't think about everything you've got to do. Just break it down into small steps. Sometimes when I go for a run in park run, and towards the end of the run, I'm so tired, and I feel like I just want to stop running and I just want to walk. And then I say to myself, just keep running to the next tree. Just keep running to the next. Sometimes if there's like a rubbish bin next to the course or something, I should say, just run to that one. And I keep on encouraging myself. And then I get to the finish line and I think, you did it. So that's the inner coach that can really help you, that positive voice, that affirming voice, that voice that helps you to keep going when things are hard, not the critic. So I'll come back to the feedback from last week, but this is going to be your class discussion. So teacher, educator, parent, carer, if you're watching this video together with your child, can you do, now I'm going to say there were some brilliant feedbacks from last week from classes. So take a big piece of A1 paper, make sure the class name is on it, post-it notes, and then individual child, you can write your name on the post-it note, and then have a discussion. And you can write on the post-it note and then send it to me, because I love your feedback, and I'll come back to the feedback from last week. What are you going to tell yourself if you are going to be an inner coach? You're going to use this inner coach superpower when things get really hard. What are you going to tell yourself so that you can actually keep going and you can really achieve? What are you going to tell yourself so that you're an inner coach, which will help you to really make progress? I really look forward to hearing your feedback. Now, last week, I'm just going to give a shout out for Lister class, Parks class, Tubman class, Nightingale class. You all send me amazing feedback. And the question we discussed last week was, how do you stay calm, focused on task, and undistracted when somebody near you is engaging in unexpected, negative, inappropriate, even aggressive behavior? So I got some brilliant feedback. I got feedback from Nightingale class. I really like this one. For example, it says, this was my favorite one from Tubman class. This is Amos. He says the best way to stay on task when a child is distracted next to you is to ignore them, but also, and this was brilliant, be a role model for them. The way that you can be a role model is you engage in the right behavior. Because remember what we said last time is, as soon as somebody next to you is not behaving quite the right way, it puts you in the yellow zone, distracted, edgy. But if you ignore them, but then if you actually role model that you are focused and you stay focused, that can be brilliant to really help them. That was wonderful. And Park's class, I liked this one from Asia. It said, I think the best way would be ignoring them, because sometimes getting involved in their problem could not be the right thing to do. Rather let the teachers solve that problem of their behavior. So that was brilliant. Asia was really thinking for herself, to ignore, but then also rather than get involved, leave it to the teacher. That really helps. I know as a teacher myself, that really helps. I like Jouse's one as well. She said, because I would ignore and try not to interfere, because if I interfere, they might get angrier. So also Amrit said, she said, she said, I'll probably take some time for me to calm down and ignore them and then focus on my work. She said, if I really can't, I will tell an adult to maybe move me. And like Stacey said, the teacher will definitely help me. Right, so I love that feedback. Then I'm going on to Nightingale class. I liked it. People were saying over here, I would try my best to ignore them and carry on with what I was doing positively, like learning. Yes, a brilliant one. And then from Lister class. Now, Lister class, I want to give an amazing special shout out to you, because you guys really started thinking, what can I really do to calm me? So you thought about amazing things. Now, if you have work that your teacher's given you, or that if your teacher is talking to you, focus on your teacher, do their work. But let's say your teacher hasn't given you work, or you're not right there with your teacher. Then you wrote amazing suggestions. So, for example, Jalal said, I could just go and do some exercise. For example, I could run around in my backyard. And then also Vladut said, well, I would choose the thing that makes me calm very fast. So I think Ashvini wrote, brilliant, we can draw something. You can imagine a safe place. That's a really good one. You can meditate. That's amazing. And Ashvini, I would love to hear more about meditation from you. That's brilliant. And also, Ashwini, the way you put this was so beautiful. You said, instead of ignoring the person, ignore their actions, because we still want to respect that person. But right now, the way their behavior is making it difficult for us. So let's ignore their behavior, but not the person. We still respect the person. Then a few of you in Lister also wrote about you could play with a friend. And this one is, this is amazing. This one, I'm not sure who's, Darlie, well done. You said you can draw a heart, cut it out and put it in a box. And just that action will calm you. And then I loved over here, Tiago said to calm himself, he gave his from personal, I like to read books. And also he said, I like to go to the park to feel calm as well, get some fresh air. Amazing, amazing feedback. Lister class, you are brilliant. All the classes for feedback, Lister class, that was amazing, amazing discussion. So remember to have your class discussion about what you're going to tell yourself when things get hard, and remember to be your inner coach. But that's the class discussion. Right, stars of the week. Well, sorry, I've done that already in the Pupils of Power, who, we said, I think it was Martina, and right at the beginning we had that. Let me just go back quickly. Here we go. It was Martina and Daria. Well done. You are our timetable rockstar champion. I don't, who did I have as gold? Where did my book go to? The golds were Ned and Asia. There we go. Ned and Asia. Amazing. Great stuff for being gold. Class champions, Jacob in Sequel, Sharia in Sequel, Zara M in Sequel, Nikki in Lister, Asia in Lister, Tiago in Lister, Tanashiri in Nightingale, Patrick in Nightingale. Again, well done, class champions. Adib in Tubman, what a brilliant start. Wasim in Tubman, Danusha in Mandela, Ned in Mandela, Aitan in Mandela, Hadil in Parks, Nemo in Parks, Danura in Parks, Amos in Tubman as well. Well done, class champions. Thank you for inspiring us. And Bavita in Tubman, thank you for inspiring us. Brilliant. Grange House of Water. Let's see what happened. 5,663 points. And I'm just going to make a special mention to Bavita with 105 points, Zara with 99, Cosmina with 98, John with 97. Great start, John. Alana with 95, Issam with, that was Ayat with 89, Ilya with 88, Dennis B with 88, Dima with 81, and Ayana with 80. Proud of you. Those are just house champions. House of Fire made the most progress from last week, so brilliant. And key contributors over there were Amos with 108, Jahim with 102, Leo with 94, brilliant Leo, Gala with 92, Laurentio with 87, Jeshwin with 79, Medina was 75, brilliant Medina, Ananga was 74. All of you are brilliant. Sorry if I say brilliant for one or two people. I'm just noticing it. Brilliant. Proud of all of you. And in Grange House of Air, that was 5,562 points, and big contributors there. Adib with 121 points. Amazing. That's the highest points total last week from Upper Key Stage 2. Daria with 100. Sophie with 99. Farah with 84. Imran with 83. Mustafa O with 78. And brilliant. Grange House of Earth, you were the highest house attainers. Well done. And big contributors over there were Wasim with 115, Jacob with 109, Sharia with 106, Zara M with 103, Michelle with 99, Abdurrahim with 91, great start Abdurrahim, Sana with 91, Shifa with 89, Patrick with 82, Renuki with 75. Well done, guys. So remember last year, over 500,000 CC points, CC power points. So far, 22,720, and it's only been 2 weeks. So keep going. Classy classes. I just want to give a special mention for Nightingale class. Didn't get into the top 3 of classy classes this week, but it's the first time you've crashed through the 1,000-point barrier, I think. So well done to you. Parks class, amazing, 1,355. Tubman class, crashing through into classy class this week with 1,800. And look at Super Seeker with 2,066 points. Amazing work. Right, so we set ourselves a target of 100,000 points. We've got 22,720 so far. And why are we such great achievers? Because we're powerful, we're kind, we loved, we are Grange, we're going to make it. Last year, remember all the treats? We had Freddie and the reindeer and the legacy. So we're going to do more of those amazing CC Power treats. So just if we attain our target, so we're on our way to 100,000 points. Keep strong, keep going. We're going to make it. CC salute, hand on the heart. Really just say to yourself, because sometimes the inner critic says, oh, that's arrogant if you say, I love myself or I'm confident. Inner coach says, you are right. If you don't look after yourself, who is going to look after you? You have to look after yourself. And by looking after yourself, that you're making yourself greater and you make the world a better place. And consider, look at our beautiful planet where we know kindness is strength. We care about our planet. We care about people. And that is our CC salute. So let's be great. Let's be Grange. Let's live our lives with confidence and consideration. Let's listen to the inner coach and use that superpower. Let's enjoy the learning ahead. Let's learn together. Let's respect each other. Let's achieve our potential at Grange and make the whole world a better place. Let's be great. Let's be Grange.